Yeah, your boy Carlos on the rise. The throne's his now. Sit back, learn from the prince. Real talk. From the bottom, rising up, no handouts. He did it solo, urban dance, he took his shot. Now they follow where he go. Hard work, sweat, tears. He sealed his own fate, climbed the ranks, now he's sitting high. Ain't no debate. This is his platform, his rules, his game. Sharing all he got, no gatekeeping, no shame. Come up in the game, get smarter, stay true. This throne's for anyone who dare to break through. Sit on the throne, yeah, he on the crown. Helping up his peeps, spread the knowledge around. All about the hustle, grind and flow. Carlos on the rise, now watch the empire grow. Lessons in my voice for the new kings and queens. Rise from the struggle, turn the pain into dreams. No secrets he teach, no reason to hide. All his nuggets, yeah, he give them with pride. This is the blueprint, flip it, make it your own. Build your empire, stand firm, be known. From the street to the stage, we all can ascend. This community's ours, we rise again and again. Sit on the throne, yeah, he on the crown. Helping up his peeps, spread the knowledge around. All about the hustle, grind and flow. Carlos on the rise, now watch the empire grow. No gatekeeper, just a real one leading the way. Sharing the crown, passing the crown someday. Knowledge is power, yeah, freedom we claim. In the urban scene, we redefining the game. So when you hear his name, know he did it solo. Carlos the line dance prince, now he in control. Sitting on the throne with my people, I vibe. This empire's ours, yeah, we all gonna thrive. Sit on the throne, yeah, he on the crown. Helping up his peeps, spread the knowledge around. All about the hustle, grind and flow. Carlos on the rise, now watch the empire grow. No gatekeeper, just a real one leading the way. Sharing the crown, passing the crown someday. Knowledge is power, yeah, freedom we claim. In the urban scene, we redefining the game. So when you hear his name, know he did it solo. Carlos the line dance prince, now he in control. Sitting. Yeah, your boy Carlos on the rise. The throne's his now. Sit back, learn from the prince. Real talk. From the bottom, rising up, no handouts. He did it solo, urban dance, he took his shot. Now they follow where he go. Hard work, sweat, tears. He sealed his own fate, climbed the ranks, now he's sitting high. Ain't no debate. This is his platform, his rules, his game. Sharing all he got, no gatekeeping, no shame. Come up in the game, get smarter, stay true. This throne's for anyone who dare to break through. Sit on the throne, yeah, he on the crown. Helping up his peeps, spread the knowledge around. All about the hustle, grind and flow. Carlos on the rise, now watch the empire grow. Lessons in my voice for the new kings and queens. Rise from the struggle, turn the pain into dreams. No secrets he teach, no reason to hide. his nuggets, yeah, he give them with pride.
All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Carlos, the Line Dance Prince. This is episode 67. Episode 67 of Sitting on the Throne. Just got back yesterday from Houston, Texas. Had an amazing class last night. Shout out to everybody who showed up. Good turnout. You know, we get into that time of year. It's getting warm again. Daylight savings time. We had an extra hour of sunlight. It makes it easier to come out the house. So we had a great turnout last night. Class was fun. Class was jumping. But speaking of class will be one of the topics for today on Sitting on the Throne. Line dance class. What type of classes are out there? What class is for you? Um, do you even need a class? That's the topic today. Class. And what's the saying? Get your ass in class. Swear said, yeah, yeah. Finally caught this on time. Yeah, midday ain't for everybody. Either on lunch break, at work, so it'll work, or you're working, or you're driving, or but for us retired folks, 12 noon works, or if you're allowed to have your phone out at your job, wherever you work at. What's up, Tracy? What's up, Cheryl? Uh, Marilyn, what's up? Miss Atkins, what's up? Tara, what's up? Stephanie. Houston was cool, man. We're gonna have actually the host KB Prince KB will be on the podcast tonight. Well, sorry, tomorrow night with me, Quan, and Steph. Kind of review the event, talk about what we went through, and I ain't gonna say what we went through, because that sounds bad. All the excitement we had to deal with, all the fun we had to deal with. It's he said she can't believe she's here on time. Everybody's saying that. I made it. I made the podcast. Yes. What's up, La? What's up, y'all? What's up, Shay? Beverly, how you doing? Um, but yeah, First topic today will be about class. Um, Class. We have a lot of different type of line dancers. What's up, Carlisa? We have a lot of different type of line dancers in the line dance community. We got some people who go to line dance classes just for cardio, right? You're not going to see them out at the weekly parties. They're not going traveling for line dancing. They don't. They're not. Driving 2-3 hours nowhere to go line dance. They get off work, or they may be retired, and maybe once or twice a week they go line dancing. And there's a class setting so they can catch on to the little stuff that they're doing. They want to get their steps in. Most of the class, they're looking at their watch, tracking their steps, or they Fitbit, or using some type of app on their phone. Those are your cardio line dancers, and they need a class because usually they do need to understand like the routine in order for them to comfortably get their steps in. Um, Not to mention, you can get a lot of steps in just by messing up dances. If you messing up dances, you actually probably getting in more steps than the people that's doing the dance right. But the cardio line dancers are they're a huge part of the line dance community. I say line dance community because I feel like there's different type of line dancers in the community. I think they are the largest portion of the community. The people who just show up to get a little sweat in, have a good time. They don't travel much, and that's cool. Then we have that second level of line dancer in our community where this is the second largest group in the line dance community. They they go to stuff, but they're only going to stuff locally. Like they'll go to the parties in their city. They'll go to uh the Wednesday night, the Tuesday night, the Thursday night line dance, weekday parties. They'll go to an occasional class or two. They usually float around. They don't really have no like home, but they love the energy, love the fun, and they love the social aspect of line dancing. What's up, Island Girl? And what's up, Sugar Barbie? The This community of dancers, this second community of dancers are probably the people that I'm talking to today the most, if not, if anybody. Um, then you got your third tier line dancer who has been bitten by the bug. They they want to dance a lot of times during the week. They're usually dancing 3 to 4 times a week. They probably go to multiple locations, multiple places. They stepped outside of their city a few times. They might have did a couple of road trips. They might have went out of state a couple times, but they are on their way to whatever it is they're trying to get to. And they don't even know what they're trying to get to. They just know they're having a good time and they want a higher level of it. Uh, um, and we'll classify them as intermediate. We don't like to. I know the community don't like beginner, intermediate, breaking us down, blah blah blah. But we'll throw people in the intermediate basket. But we'll just say more serious. All right. Then you got your people who is addicted. They don't care if it's a hard dance, easy dance, beginner dance, intermediate dance, fast dance, slow dance. I gotta drive to go dance. I gotta get on a plane to go dance. They dancing. That is the smallest community in line dancing. That person is a part of the smaller portion of the line dance community. And when you break that down city for city, yeah, that group, yeah, you talking about the group before that? Yeah. I mean, I feel like every group can have their cardio person. Um, because I know people that do advanced line dance classes, but they still line dancing is their cardio, right? So they go to that for their cardio. Uh, what's up, Kim? Courtney sound with tier one with a little bit of two. She said, if I didn't have a toddler, I would be a tier three. And that's a real thing too. A lot of different circumstances will have you in different places in line dancing than you should or might want to be. But I would say should, where you want to be. So a lot of people in tier three, you know, have, you know, adult kids, tier three and four. When you got adult kids, it's easy to do a road trip. It's easy to be all over the place, right? You know, when you got a toddler or when you got a school age kid, elementary school, middle school, your kids might be into sports, your kid might be into band or uh you know, all type of after school activities and stuff like that. What's up, Donna? It makes it hard to be that tier three, tier four line dancer, right? So you're stuck at tier two. I can only go to a couple classes during the week. I can pop out sometimes to these little day parties, something that's local, but that's kind of where you're stuck at because the circumstances of life. You have a child, you might have a significant other, you might got to travel with your spouse for other stuff and sports. Anybody got kids that's in sports, cheerleading or basketball, football, track, y'all know you be traveling more for that than you would for line dance. So a lot of times when y'all see them tier four people, those addicts dancing and traveling all over the place, it's either a bunch of people who don't got kids or a bunch of people who got kids, but their kids grown now, now they can do what they want to do. Or it's people that got both, but they just prioritize line dancing and traveling. Because I see people there too that do that. So, but swear I said I couldn't wait till mine got older. My kids were 7 and 11 when I started. We made dance event times. They're nearly 23 and 27 now. Yeah, see? And it changes things. Are any of the events requiring red shoots? No. uh Achilles said, I'm in the addicted group. I need to go to line dance, LDA, line dance anonymous. Tanisha said, yes, I'm jealous of them. I have older school age kids, but when I can go and have money, I go. Danny said it definitely adds up financially too. Yeah, so back to what we were talking about. Those single, retired, grown children ladies are my idols. You ain't never lie. Hey, I said the same thing. You ain't never lie. Uh, Stalisa said, kids have me in tier two, but I'm going to be outside all 2026 because they're getting older. Hey. But yeah, that's so when we're talking about class, when we talk about line dance class, a lot of times, 'cause this is the subject for today, line dance class. A lot of times people pick their line dance class based on what tier they're in. If you know you're only going to be going to the local bars and clubs and all that stuff, you're only going to need to be in lower level to medium level line dance classes. So you're gonna have if say they're in Richmond, let's say we have shit 25 line dance classes throughout the week. 20 of those classes are beginnerish. And within those classes, you will learn everything you need to learn to be able to dance most of the night at any local bar or club that's hosting line dance. Um, any local day party that's thrown, you'll know enough stuff to dance for the most part at those events. And if that's the lane that you're looking for, that's where you want to be, those are the classes that you need to be attending. Right? It makes it easier for you, and you're not wasting any money. You're not learning anything that you won't ever be able to do at any other event. Um, once you start wanting to venture out and be a tier 3 or tier 4 person, what you will find out is when you do decide to travel or when you do decide to step out your comfort zone, that they're going to be doing things that you don't see or haven't seen at these what's up, Rob? At these beginner classes. And now you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable and maybe attend a different class uh to learn these things, find out where somebody in your city is teaching that type of line dancing and tap in. Or you could do like a lot of people do and just say, nah, that's a little bit too much. And you you stay in tier 1, tier 2, and you just stay where you at. Um, what I will say is traveling to events outside of town can give you exposure to a lot of different things. Not just dancing, the culture changes too, right? So we have a line dance culture, but it's different, like I said, depending on what tier you are or where you are in the community, what you experience is totally different. So what you experience at your local Tuesday night rhythm room, right, might be different when you go to South Carolina or Georgia, right? And they might have dances that they do that you don't get to see. Like, damn, what's that? We want to do that. Or, and like, so then you're like, who's teaching this? Why I don't know this? Why I feel like I should know this, right? And then the funny thing about travel that I think a lot of people did forget about when it comes to traveling for line dance is the actual travel part. Some people think they don't like travel, but then when you start traveling, you be like, yo, traveling fun though. Like it's cool, just the anticipation, the trip with friends, or even if you drive solo, that calmness on your way to the event, that that's an actual part of it, right? And sometimes you can anticipate that um and when you go. And so what happens is a lot of people who actually do travel, they end up falling in love with that so much that when they return home, they try to find a way to recreate what they experienced when they traveled. And why they have a hard time with that is because the people that they're trying to bring it back to and create it for haven't experienced it in the flesh enough. They might have got glimpses of it, they might have seen it, they might have. But if you're not really understanding it, it's kind of hard for people to gravitate to it um, when you try to bring it back home. And so travel is Candace said, travel is a must for an instructor. My issue is that I want to be tier 3, tier 4, but most of my students are comfortable in tier 2. So when it comes to classes, this is the hard part, right? This is the hard part for instructors. We have a monthly instructor meeting here in Richmond. We talked about this a few weeks ago. As an instructor, you have to be comfortable with the lane that you want to be, right? If you want to teach intermediate, advanced type stuff, you can do that. You just have to be comfortable with what comes with that, right? So most likely, if you're doing an intermediate to advanced class, your class would never take place at a bar or a restaurant. You need to be at a rec center or a space where you can rent that's not too costly, where you can have an intimate setting where you can actually break these dances down. Uh, you, I've been all over the country. There is no big advanced line dance class. The greatest line dancers in the country, their classes have 5, 6, no more than 10 people, right? Because there's a different type of line dancer that wants to come and learn this type of stuff. Um, you have to be comfortable. I know 'cause some of y'all number chasing. So if you're number chasing and you want the big class, you want 60 people, 50 people, 40 people, 30 people, whatever that number is in your mind, you have to understand that I want to be the person to push the envelope. I want to get people to step outside their comfort zone, and I want to be the person that people can come to get that next level. Cause remember, like it's always gonna be 60 kids in the kindergarten class, right? But if you ever been to a, a algebra trig class or calculus class, it's like 12 kids in there. It's only like 10 kids in there. Depending on what school system you're in, it might be 4 kids in there, right? And it's the same way with line dancing, depending on where you live at, depending on uh uh how big your city is. If you want to teach that type of stuff, that's cool. What you do is, but this is the flip side. This is the side people don't see. So say you got 6 people in this class, right? Now the fact that you are teaching these 6 people these dances, this is your traveling group, right? This is the people that's going. This is the group that's going to be traveling with you because they have to travel now. Because in order to do these type of dances, as much as they're going to need to do them to retain them, they're going to have to travel to these events where these dances are being done. Because now you can't go down to the local bar. Now you can't go down to the local little club where they're doing line dancing, they doing flex, and they doing the wobble, and they doing, the country girl and all that stuff. Uh, you got to be able to, in 2 weeks, you know, we gonna be down 757 at their annual event. Okay. In 3 months, we going to Chicago. 6 months from now, sign up, register. We going to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Or blah blah blah. And all these dances that instructor has been teaching you that you feel like you can't do locally. Now it makes it that much more exciting. What's up, Nene? For you to start going to these events and anticipating, like, yo, and knowing you about to go somewhere where people dance, and they still going, it's going to get you a similar level of excitement that you get at that club spot on during the week where the beginners dance at. But you're going to be around more higher level dancers. You're going to be more around now. When you start traveling like that, you're going to be around more tier 3 and 4 dancers. So you still getting the same excitement. Ah, all right, I'm back. Y'all hear me? People, I had to put my shit on. Do not disturb. Mm. What's up, y'all? I got a phone call. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I always get phone calls during the podcast. Oh, all right, cool. So the so when you start traveling, you'll still get that excitement that the tier one and tier twos get when they go to the local clubs and bars and be running around. But it'll be at a higher level, at a bigger level, and the anticipation, the excitement is even higher because you had to travel to get there. You're in a new city, and it's like now you're meeting people that you saw on Facebook, on YouTube. All your favorite choreographers is gonna be there. Then you say, now it's different. Not only is you doing all these dances that you love, and even some of the tier one, tier two dances, you're gonna get those too. But now you're gonna be in a room with those choreographers, and then that changes everything, right? So a lot of people don't see the value in uh spending $150 for an event, right? Your tier one, tier two people, they not gonna see the value in that because in their mind, they pay $5 and they feel like they're doing the same thing, right? And some of them parties be just as jumping as the traveling events. And they mind say like, shoot, I ain't why would I pay 150? Because they don't see the value in meeting their favorite choreographers and DJs. So but once you put work in to do a dance, it make it so much of a pleasure to meet the choreographer of that dance. Like if you finally locked in intensity, you be like, yo, soon as one of them three choreographers, Jerome or somebody come in the room, oh my god, what's your name? You be fly guy, oh my god. You know, it changes a lot once you put that work in to learn that dance. That's why a lot of y'all go so crazy over John Woodhouse. Cause he don't I feel like he don't make that many advanced dances or beginner dances. He got a sweet spot of intermediate dances that get the tier one and two people to learn it to feel tier three-ish. And now it's like, yo, I learned the John Woodhouse dance. I've made it in life, right? So he come out with the So Su Sexies and the triple ABCs and all that stuff. They not hard, they're not super hard, but they're a step above the tier one, tier two people, right? Uh, so now it makes it worth it to you to spend $150 to go to this event to be able to take a picture and talk to John Woodhouse, who made one of your favorite line dances, right? And so, uh, but I put the onus when it comes to this on the actual students, right? Or the people of the community, not the instructors. You have to figure out what you want to do with line dancing because you already see it. You know it's out there. You know there's a traveling community, a bunch of the threes and fours, right? High level, beginner. You got that's the high level beginner, the intermediate dancers that got caught with the bug, and then you got the people that just the addicts. That's just they don't care what kind of dance it is. They just want to travel to it, get to it, see it, smell it, be around it. But exactly, you're paying for the experience, and then you have to decide, like, where do I really want to go with this? Because the thing about it is, with the dancing part of this, that's why I'm gonna say this carefully. With the dancing part of this, you're gonna have to change the classes you go to. That's just a thing. If you're not getting that other side in this class, and you don't, you can't come to your instructor and say, I want to do this stuff, or you have said that, and they like, well, I'm not going to teach that, blah, blah, blah. You can still go to that class because there's other days of the week and there are other classes that's offered that's going to challenge you a little bit more. So, and they're probably already traveling. Most likely, if an instructor is teaching that type of stuff, it's because they're traveling and they have to be able to get to where they're going to and stay on the floor, right? Um, so you have to decide what you want to do because now the exposure is over. Like because of social media, because of YouTube, you already know that these type of events exist. You just have to decide if you want to be a part of that community or not, that portion of the community or not, and if it's worth it to you. And if it's not, it's okay. It's okay. Um, the he said definitely. I ain't trying to trail ride my whole life. But and it's kind of like that. The soul line dance community, the urban line dance community side is a little bit older community, and they've done all the things you guys have done, right? Some of them can't see themselves outside that long for a weekend no more. They'll do a picnic or something, you know what I'm saying? They'll line dance for a picnic for one day, but most of the events they're gonna want to be inside, right? They're gonna want to be. This is a different culture over there. But once you cross over, a decision's gonna have to be made. Cause then you're gonna be crossing over for no reason. Cause you're gonna literally be doing these dances by yourself in your living room. Because there will be no place for you to go to locally to have this type of dance party. And when they do have them, ain't nobody really gonna be there, right? Because the local community is always intimidated by intermediate to advanced level dancing. So there'll be people there, but there won't be nobody there doing it. Same thing like on Tuesday nights. Lala try to expose y'all to uh the next level. And when these dancers come on, y'all might like them, but we know we find out if you really like it or not if you go back and learn it, or you pressure your teacher for them to learn it so they can teach y'all. If that's not what's happening, then you're gonna have to travel because there's no way you're gonna get that party vibe doing that type of dancing. Because you'll be at the local spot on Tuesday dancing with 4 people while everybody watch you. But when you start traveling, you can do that same dance with hundreds of people that do it, right? So when y'all see us doing certain dances, y'all be like, damn, that's nice, but yeah, I don't want to do all that. We know that. And that's why we travel. It's because when I travel, the dances that I do here by myself, I might do by myself or with 5 people, I can do it when in the traveling circuit, right? And correct, right? Ronnie said 2 newbies, steppers went with us to UC. Now they outside. They registered for BDD. And that's why I said that's all it takes. You got to get exposed to it. And now you'll see, like you and Ronnie, like, okay, there's other stuff she teaching. Oh, she offer a Wednesday class. They do a little bit more. Now they'll see the value in that. Now they'll see that, like, you know what? I think I want to take that next step. And it's all about the exposure, right? You got to see it for yourself, and then you got to make the decision that this is what I want to do. because a lot of instructors, see, Rhonda, she got like 8 classes a week. So she got high, high beginner, uh, and a advanced type class. It's intermediate to advanced class. She give you all levels, so you can get what you need from her from one of them days of the week. But a lot of instructors only have one class, right? So you gotta decide what you want your lane to be. And depending on how long your class is, you might can't structure it like everybody else do. Like, I at one time my class was 3 hours long. So I can do an hour of beginner, then step it up to intermediate, and by the end of the class, we just doing whatever. Right. But if some of y'all classes are an hour long, you gotta just figure out what you trying to do. Cause in that time frame, you got to figure out what your lane gonna be, what people need to know, what they gonna get when they get there, and what's the expectations. And also, as an instructor, you got to understand how flexible do I want to be, right? In this, uh, yeah, I'm excited about people first timers coming to beginners ball because I use the beginners ball as a platform for people to understand how these weekend events go, but without the intimidation factor of high level dances, right? But once you do get bit by the bug, you'll know what to expect when you start traveling, right? It's different from a day party, especially on the step side. Y'all go to a field somewhere, y'all drive 4 hours to a field somewhere, dirty all up, drive back home and do all that. These weekend events on the urban side is different. And it used to be 1 day parties back in the day that turned into 2 day parties because people ain't get enough. So it was Saturday parties that turned into workshops in the daytime and partying at night. That turned into, well, we don't want to come that far for 1 day, so we'll do a pre-party on Friday, and then we'll do a meet and greet. So a meet and greet Friday, then you come in, and the next morning you got a workshop, and then it's the big party on Saturday night. Then it was like, well, all of us, it was cheaper to leave on Sunday, so we still gonna be here on Sunday. Then they added a farewell party on Sunday, so now you had a meet and greet on Friday, and then Saturday morning workshop, and then you dance from Saturday night. Then you got your farewell party on Sunday. Then you got in the urban line dance community, there's so many people that's retired, or they got jobs they've been working for a long time, and they got a lot of amount of PTO, or they self-employed and PTO ain't a thing. They got time freedom. So now a lot of events, the big events, got Thursday stuff going on. So not to mention that these level 3 and level 4 line dancers consider line dancing vacation when they travel. So they really don't have that many family vacations. Like, so those 4 or 5 events they really would go to, they just schedule it like vacation. Like, so now these events are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See TCH coming up. They got 3 12-hour parties. Uh Rondi just added Wednesday to his event in South Carolina, Greenville. So you come in on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The beginners ball, we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So once you start, she said the ballers, everybody got money. But once you start wanting to be around certain people and certain energy so much, there is no amount of money that you won't pay. There is no, I'm gonna find a baby. You're gonna find a babysitter. You're gonna figure it out. Your babysitter even gonna know. You talked to him 3 months ago. I told you UC was coming up, right? So you know what I'm saying? Like my ex-wife, she know. Like she know like when we were married, we used to go to UC together. I used to bring her with me. So now we separated. She know. When UC comes, she know, hey, you got Carlos this week, right? Like he, it's a thing. And uh once you get to level 3 and level 4, that's the type of experiences you got to experience because you think you understand what it is when you're watching it on Facebook, when you're watching it on YouTube or watching replays or clips. You think you understand what's going on. But yeah, your knees be screaming, and listen, T, look, it's people, it's thousands of people all over the country that got knee problems, ankle problems, thigh problems, all that stuff. But they do it all the time because even with that pain, it ain't nothing like the fun, the experience, the moments that you having with people that you created bonds with, high level friendships, just to be in that space, it don't, it's no price on it. I can get emotional when it comes to that part. It is no amount of knee pain, and they all will tell you the same thing. Stefan pretty much ain't got one of his knees no more. I'm telling you. A lot of these people that travel, I'm telling you. Tammy, she wear a knee brace, she got her knee brace on. These young people, they go everywhere. They trying to get to these, they trying to get to these events. They trying to be around these people. They don't care. I'll get a new knee when I die. Look, that's how they feel. They gonna line dance till they die. It's nothing, it's nothing about exactly. We bring heating pads with us and everything. It's it's no pain in the world. This how great it is. Even when people be on crutches, we seen it. And they can't dance or they got the little scooter and everything. Just being in the room, just being in the hotel, just being in the space, people still be booking the trip, still coming. Because once you experience that side and that vibe, and it ain't gonna be every event that is for everybody else. Like some people go to UC and be like, yo, I gotta start traveling. Some people go to UC and say this ain't for me. But I think that was just how you felt about that moment in UC. It's gonna be another event if you keep traveling that you're gonna get to, and the vibe gonna be just right for you. Because if I ask the traveling community, everybody to name their favorite event, everybody gonna have a different event. Different vibes given different places. But once you start finding your people and your culture and your community, but what you trying to do, telling you, I'm telling you, it's different. Ask Auntie about traveling. Ask Rhonda about traveling. Everybody at local here. Ask Cree, she on here. Ask her about traveling. She just started traveling. Now she know. We got um who else in here? Swirl. Ask her about traveling. Robert in here. Ask him about traveling. He traveled. Young dude traveling all over the place. A lot know about traveling. Uh Inez know about traveling. Carlisa, she know about traveling. Shay know about traveling. Gwen know about traveling. It's got some travelers in here. Donna know about traveling. Shoot, Donna was one of the first people out of Richmond that was traveling and brought the outside world to us. It's a different vibe, man. And like I said, I don't knock the local scene. Like that's where I was created. That's where I came from. I was at the Martini Kitchen dancing with Camille for 3 years. I know. It's fun. We was lit. We was in there getting it in. But the reality of it is, I didn't know that line dancing existed outside of the 4 walls of that Martini Kitchen, that bar. I thought this was it. Like, bro, I was like, I don't know how the world ain't doing this, but we need to start doing this. Whole time, the rest of the country is doing this. I ain't know. I ain't know. And they were doing it differently too. I ain't knew that either, right? Exactly. Keely know about traveling. Yup. Yeah. Rose. Yup. Rose travel. Yeah, she know. And I'm gonna bring Rose on my podcast one day. Rose, Rose gotta tell her story. Matter of fact, we probably bring her on the podcast with me and Mr. Charles. But Rose got a crazy story. Her testimony crazy. But once she started traveling, I'm telling you, listen, man, that joint changed people's lives. It has changed people's lives for the better. Um, but yeah, that's basically, you know, what happens when people and you see the different levels of line dance come together in the same space. Like when certain people visit certain places, it's an opportunity to have a moment where you say, damn, I want to do that, right? And you either can say that or you either gonna say, damn, that's hot, I want to do that. Or you say, damn, that's hot, but I don't want to learn all that. I just like to watch it. Or you on that third tier because you basically it's a self-esteem thing. Y'all doing too much. When start saying y'all doing too much, that's how y'all know. That's traditionally a self-esteem thing, right? Because it should be, oh, okay, that's so hot. I want to learn that, or it's hot, but I really ain't locked in enough where I want to be patient to learn that, go through what it takes to get that, but it's hot, right? But once you saying, nah, I ain't doing too much, but that's usually like a self-esteem thing, right? Um, like I didn't build the beginner's ball on that third part. Like that's not the image. The image is not people doing too much. Is people are choosing to do less. So let's create an event surrounding the fact that they choose to do less instead of doing the latter, right? Um, Reading the community, but also explaining to them and exposing them to more, right? So if I'm anti-showcase, right? I don't, I'm anti-group, and I really ain't big into showcasing unless it's something unique, right? Like what we did in Texas. You got a room with 200 women. There's only 6 guys in here. Let's get all 6 of these guys to dance sexy. Okay, I'm cool with that. But for all of us to put on suspenders to get on the floor and do flashing, no, I'm anti that. Like a lot of that. That's how a lot of work. That's how a lot of showcases look to me. I'm not for that. But um, but at the beginners ball, if I was to showcase, it would be, I would have, Silk or TCH or a higher level line dance group come in to show them the next level. Like we gonna do beginnerish stuff all weekend, but there are other groups that host stuff, that do things, and other levels of dance that can be taught. And I also can highlight those instructors that teach it in your cities, right? Now, to me, that's worth showcasing, right? If I was to do a showcase and then on you come in and on the desk, on the tables, there were QR codes or something like that, and you can scan it and it'll show you all the intermediate and advanced level instructors all over the country or people who teach that type of stuff. So when you go back home, you can find them, stuff like that. I think that'd be more constructive than us watching somebody do a bunch of dances that have been recycled that we already know how to do with matching outfits, right? You know, I think something like that, right? And so it's about us being intentional about what we do. Because I had people in my class like, we always hosting these events, Carlos, but how come we don't do a showcase or something like that? I'm like, showcasing what? What we show? I can't get y'all to do no homework. I had a whole website that I was paying $11 a month for it and working the homework tabs, and y'all wouldn't go home and do no homework. So if I can't get you to do homework for the dances that I'm teaching, how are we going to practice and get ready for a showcase that when I'm bringing in the country for, right? We have to be able to actually showcase something. Showcase come from the actual like showcase floor. Like you have to be able to put something in for people to watch that's worth looking at. When you go to the car lot, the best cars that they have for sale are in the showroom. They're showcasing these cars. When you go to the Chevy dealership, they got the Corvettes inside the showroom. They don't got the little, they don't got the little economy size car in there, right? They don't have, you know, the $12,000 car in there with the roll up windows, right? No, they got the Corvette in there with the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, the heated side view mirror, so it can't get no frost on it. With all that, you know what I'm saying? With the adjustable headrest to go back and forth, up and down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is about being intentional. Come to this class stuff, and that's why I say even with people who host events, like you know your class, you gotta deal with them all the time. You honestly know your class. Some of y'all don't honestly know your class because y'all just do what y'all want to do anyway. But I honestly know my class. We gonna just come in there, cut the music on, and rock this party. We not stopping no party for no showcase for us to look regular. Yeah, Carlos got them looking real regular, boy. They the best regular group they the best regular class in the country. Oh man, we not spotlighting regularness, nothing normal, mediocre. No. Exactly. She said a whole Hamilton play production with the same dancer we did an hour ago. We just did that dance tonight. What y'all out there doing? Right? And so, you know, but it all start with the class, right? The best showcases, somebody's talked about BDD. Rhonda brought up BDD. They last BDD, they had a showcase. That was a showcase. I felt like I went to a Usher concert. They was dancing. They had skated. People was skating. They had people skating on skates. Like it was crazy. Like that was a showcase. I was like, oh, them niggas was skating. Okay. Then if we gonna showcase. You know what I'm saying? That's regularness. I couldn't think of a word, Mickey. Mediocre. We're not doing that. Get in there, cut the music on. Unless you're gonna do something that's gonna be like, ooh. But I would rather right. That's how I felt about a couple of showcases I seen at parties. Like I'm DJing, right? So as a DJ, you sitting there waiting for the showcase to be over with. And you don't even know what they showcased. They gave you this little mix, whatever. You just play the mix and they play it up. During the mix, they do 4 songs that you had on your playlist that you was gonna do. Like, well, shit, do I still do it? Cause they just did all 4 of them dances at the showcase. Now, am I still able to do these dances since we decided to sit here and watch y'all do them for 20 minutes? Like, am I still, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it kind of, that's where I'm at with showcases, bro. Like, um, what's up, Walter? That's the worst part right there. And so, with all that being said, the beginner's ball is approaching, and it's the biggest event in the country for multiple reasons. Um, it's a dance event that a lot of OGs come to. A lot of people who used to do high level dancing, who are older now, that don't dance like they used to, they enjoy it. Uh, People who are new to the line dance community, which is a lot of people now, they can enjoy it. And then there's we talked about it, the biggest group in all the cities, tier one and tier two, who this might be one of the 2 or 3 events in the country, weekend events, where they know they can come to and dance most of the weekend. Um, so a lot of times I know we try to force feed people stuff, but I think the better option is to give people what they want, but during the process of that, show them what's out there, right? So this is kind of like when Boots on the Ground came out, and people was like, "I ain't teaching that, so don't come to my class." And I was like, "Well, I'm teaching it. Come on and get it." And when people came to my class just for Boots on the Ground, they got it, but they didn't get it out the gate, right? Out, you still here because you want to do Boots on the Ground, but while you're here, I'm going to show you urban line dancing, right? You came for this stepper song that came from the field parties culture, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna learn it tonight. I promise you. But you're also gonna capture and learn and see what this urban line dance is all about, right? And so you have to be able to uh get them what they want, but show them what's out there. Yeah, Lau, you do a great job with that, mixing it up. You know what the people get, and you know what most people in there came for, and you deliver on that. But you also don't shy away from giving them a little bit extra, showing them something, and they appreciate it. You can tell they're starting to appreciate it. Like, oh damn, what's that? What's that called? Oh, okay, yeah. Um, and it's cool. Um, Tommy, hey, look, that the part they ain't talking about. I might have made just as much money as 803. I might have made this much money up, and then 803 did all boots on the ground. Bro, I don't even, I don't think nobody in the country had ever had 300 people at line dancing on Monday. We did it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? We had brought Moochie in, and it was a perfect storm because we had brought Moochie in one time. We had brought John Woodhouse in, Shriek and Nicole, but this was all around the same time that Boots on the Ground was going crazy. And so, like, they're guests at people classes all the time, but like when 350 people show up on a Monday and still got to work tomorrow, like that was boots on the ground. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't take no credit for that. Like, that was just crazy. I was like, bro, there's so many people. Bruh, it's crazy in here. Now, y'all know I had big Monday classes before Boots on the Ground. 150, 200 people. But 300, 350, we gonna credit all that to Boots on the Ground. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, um, but it's about giving people what they want and being able to give them what you want to give them. So it's a win-win. They got what they came for. They got the pop they fan, but I also gave you an opportunity to say, well, damn, I want to come back and learn some of this other stuff too, right? And that's kind of the same thing with this class stuff I'm talking about. So a lot of you guys, if you're caught up in numbers, you probably like, well, man, the step up community, the trail ride stuff, man, they doing that. I'm gonna start teaching that. That's where everybody going to. But two things can be true. You can incorporate some of that in your class, but you also can give them what you want to give them too. Right? It's just about how you do it. Two things can be true. Tommy said, I can't say the amount because the feds might be in here. Hey, the feds in here watching, Tommy. Yo. That's a fact. Um, exactly. A lot of the trail riders don't even know that a lot of the dances they doing are actually soul slash urban line dances. It's like they're doing it, right? But I put that onus on the instructors though. Instructors and DJs. You know, a lot of the DJs are not from the line dance community, so they can't even make no announcements. They can't even shout nobody out. They don't know. They don't know who made this damn dance. They don't know none of that shit. They don't know who made the dance. They don't know where they from. They don't know their group name. They don't know none of that. They don't know nothing. Instructors the same way. They just start teaching the dance. They call the dance the name of the song, and they just start teaching. Right. So I put the onus on the instructors. If you are going to a class, if you don't know the stuff, it's on your instructor. Then I put the onus on the DJs because they just coming here capitalizing off the community and don't know shit about the community. They might know a couple like the local people. Oh, that's her dance. That's her dance. But if they play 45 dances tonight outside of the people who make dances in their city, they're not gonna know none of that. They're not gonna know who made it. They're not gonna know the name of it. They just regularly they know the name of that song. Or you want me to play Bad Girl? They're not gonna say Crease Pressure, right? They're not gonna say. They're gonna say you want me to play You Big Dummy? All right. They're not gonna say Metamorphosis, right? They're not gonna know that because the instructors don't know either. They're gonna say something, something. They're not gonna say something stupid. They don't know that. They don't know it's called something stupid. Play that Maxwell something, something, bro. Like, like y'all do it to Tamia. Play that Tamia. First of all, don't y'all know we line dance to like 5 Tamia songs? So when you start traveling, you can't say Tamia. But you want Beautiful Surprise? You want Leave It Smoking? You know what I'm saying? There's so many Tamia line dances that we do. You just can't say Tamia. Which one? All right. Mickey, Mickey said the instructors don't know the name of the steps. That's a whole nother story. Hey, that's a whole nother episode. I might gotta bring some instructors on for that episode. Yo, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna do a terminology episode. Like, I need you to tag your instructor that don't know terminology so we can educate them and tell them to bring their notebooks to this podcast if we ever do that podcast. That'll be the most unwatched podcast ever. A bunch of instructors will watch it, but they won't click on it. They'll watch it from the outside. You know, on Facebook, you can scroll, you can stay right there. They won't come into the video to watch it. They'll watch it from the outside. They don't want no smoke. But um, yeah, it's you know, and I feel like I'm more on the admin side of line dancing now. Like I feel like I feel myself stepping away from instructing stuff. You know, I'm still gonna host. I love that. I still gonna do my events. But I feel like podcasts like this, I'm a part of 3 podcasts now, right? Um, Getting the radio station better, the Soul Line Dance Radio, which all y'all need to be downloading the app right now. It's on Apple and on iPhone. I mean, Apple, iPhone, and on Android. Download that. I'm working on the museum. I gotta have the museum ready for the beginners ball. The beginners ball. Then I got the cruise. Right, I got all this stuff I'm doing, and then I also help out UC with stuff. I help out TCH with stuff. You know what I'm saying? I help out anybody event who want me to help out. I'm just there helping out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm just better fitted, and I enjoy it more on the admin side of line dancing for real. Um, and using the things that I've learned over the years and the experiences to help people out. I don't never want to gatekeep. I don't never want people to go through uh nah, but what swirl is different now. I don't care where you live at. Some people they don't know. I ain't talking about that. It used to be regional. Now it's, especially with the stepper community, they just be saying, I'm gonna do a video. I know I got my comic videos I be doing. I'm gonna do a video telling y'all what people be saying. Hey, you gonna be, yo, I'm dying laughing inside now because I know how the video gonna look. And it's gonna be, and a lot of people gonna be mad at me, but believe me, I love y'all. It's the truth. The truth hurts sometimes. It's funny, but growth, growth is coming. It's coming, right? Um, we, this ain't like, some people say shuffle to the right, some people say Lindy. This ain't that. I'm talking about this is wait. It's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. Yo. But but uh, you know, it's on us, man. I use my platforms to educate, give. Cause a lot of stuff I wasn't giving a lot of this stuff. All the stuff I'm telling you, won't nobody doing this. Won't nobody sitting there talking to y'all about what not to do, how to do this, how to contact a hotel, how to set. I done gave y'all a whole podcast. You can go back to the beginning. I gotta start labeling my episodes because I just got the episode numbers now. But you go back on YouTube, I got the episode talking about how to book a hotel for an event. When it comes to event space, room blocks, won't nobody doing that. Won't nobody dropping that type of knowledge back. We was just out here trying to figure this shit out. Because you'll go to somebody and they'll be like, yeah, well, I just used this hotel and that. They won't breaking it down. And they probably didn't even know the stuff I know now because luckily, you know, I have the greatest travel agent in the world as my mom. So I know both sides, like the logistics of putting an event together and actually the format of an event. But won't nobody doing this? Won't nobody um setting this stuff up and sitting here and telling y'all, because everybody keeping it to themselves. They don't want you to do nothing they doing. They were like, good luck. Well, for me, is the more successful events are out there, the more willing somebody else will try to go to your event. Because what happens is a lot of people get bad experiences at events and just say they don't want to spend that kind of money to travel for events no more. But when everybody's event, what's up? Speaking of, y'all done spoke my mom up. I said the greatest travel agent on earth. No, but the better the events are as a whole, all over the country, the more people will be willing to travel to try different events out. So if I go to UC and I feel like it's trash, and I go to TCH it's trash, you're like, man, you know what? Yeah, I tried 2 events. I don't want to go to no more. I'm good. But my thing is, let's make everybody's event great. So we will have more people coming. That's why so many people stay at home. They say, shit, I just pay $5 a dance at home. I remember when Robert Johnson Jr., they had the casino. They used to have hundreds of people dancing. This was back in the day. This ain't even like my classes or like you see with Alicia class in Atlanta. We've had big classes recently, but they had big classes like that back in the day. A Monday or a Tuesday, random, just hundreds of people there. But it kind of hindered events. So if I could pay $5 or even get in free and get an event type feel on a Monday or a Tuesday, they not gonna see no value in spending $200 plus flight, plus hotel, right? Rent a car, whatever the situation is, to go do the same thing I'm doing locally for free, right? So we gotta work together to make these events good. So when you get there, you be like, yeah, it was worth my time. It was worth my money. I want to do it again. Yeah. That's crazy you said Christopher Page. Uh Steph and Christopher Page were the only people that reached out to me for different reasons though. When I first came out, like far as traveling. Uh Steph was his own. He had posted on Universal Soul, like, who the hell is the line dance prince? Then we ended up having a whole conversation on the phone. He reached out to me. We talked for about an hour. Kind of like, oh, okay, I kind of see who you are, blah, blah, blah. Christopher Page reached out to me because he was hearing all this crazy stuff about people were saying, blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, look, let me just call him and see for myself what he all about, blah, blah, blah. But other than them two, everybody that's still talking about me or saying whatever is just saying it and never confronted me about nothing. My thing is, if you see somebody doing something wrong or doing something different or seeing somebody that you don't know who they are, that's kind of like out here like that, why not just pull up on them, approach them, pull them to the side, have a conversation, something, you know what I'm saying? And that was really never done to me, except for those two people I named. But what's up, Jimmy? And so that's why I'm on all these platforms, dropping knowledge that I have, nuggets I got, whatever I got. I don't got much, but what I got to give you, I'm gonna give it to you. Right? Now, what you decide to do with it is on you, right? Um, I ain't the president of line dancing. I ain't, I do say I speak for the people though, but I'm not, I feel more like Robin Hood than I am, a president. you know. But it's like Robin Hood was looked at as a bad guy, but for the people that knew him, knew like, nah, he for the people, for real. Right? And, you know, but yeah, that's my synopsis, my breakdown of classes, what type of classes you need to be going to, if it's worth going to class for you, right? If you gonna be the family reunion line dancer or the cookout line dancer or the wedding reception line dancer, you don't need to go to a class. You don't need to go to a class, right? But if you want to get it in, if you want to be dancing all night in any space and anywhere you go, if you go to Toledo, if you go to Las Vegas, if you go to Florida, New York, Philly, Chicago, Detroit, you're going to have to sit back, look at the classes available, make a decision and say, yo, I'm trying to start getting it in. Um, and then also, this is like a one-off. It's still on topic though, but we talked about this 2 weeks ago. There's a lot of introverts in line dancing. And I know a lot of excellent line dancers who don't come out. They learn all their dances on YouTube. They sit there and rewind it in their house, and some of them in here. They either do virtual options only, or they do YouTube. And some of y'all can name people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't never seen them in classes. You ain't never seen them on no flow or no workshop. But they know all the dances. They dance their ass off. Those are more introverted people most of the time, and they more comfortable at home because they can look stupid at home, learn, or say you're taking like Stephon class or Demaria class virtually, or Teresa class virtually. Now your mind, you can look stupid at home trying to figure this stuff out, but when you come out in public, oh, I'm a killer. I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? I done did all my fumbling around at the crib. When I come outside, it's a wrap for y'all. Like, and I feel like, with the intermediate to advanced line dances, it's a lot easier to do that. Like, if you introverted and you don't want to be in space with people and to kind of just, or if the city that you in don't really offer that kind of dancing. That's another thing. A lot of people, it's the all beginnerish type stuff. So now you got to take a virtual class or somebody that actually teaches it. Robert Johnson Jr. I told you that I was trying to be Robert Johnson Jr. of Richmond, man. I was trying to be the Robert Johnson Jr. of Richmond. When I seen him in that casino, I said, "Oh my God!" And we ain't had no casino here at the time, but I was trying to get anything and everything like that. So when y'all seen me at River City Road when I was doing that and had that big class at River City Road, that whole vision was not mine. That was given to me by. I mean, the vision was mine, but I seen it wasn't new. I seen it with my own eyes. I said, I want that. That's what I want. And when they first built Rosie's, the casino here, I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. Even when I send them the email, I reference Robert, send a link with the video of his casino. I like, look, they already dancing in a casino. Yeah, at the Racino in Cleveland. I said, we could do the same thing here. Get people in the building, get exposed to y'all new casino, a community of people that wouldn't normally come here. Right? I was pitching, selling like, oh, I'm trying to get that. I want that. I want to be Rob. Like, right? And so, you know, um, but yeah, back to the topic. But yeah, like Tony just said, sometimes they don't teach the dance you want to learn. And that's why I say YouTube, all the dancers got instructionals on YouTube. So even if somebody that you love to go to don't teach that, a lot of people are learning from virtual options. Like I said, Stefan, Demaria, Teresa. Shoot, I even got virtual option now too, right? Somebody gonna teach something that you won't. And you don't have to be in their presence or even in the same city, state, or zip code. But YouTube, Jimmy said, hey man, not to disrupt your podcast, but when you get a chance, can I get the essentials to that dance you taught here? Unless it's a regular track. That since you brought it up, Jimmy, and we got 70 people on here on Facebook and on YouTube all together. Shout out to everybody that's been doing my new dance all over the country, man. I appreciate y'all, your boy. Really appreciate the love. Cupid just did a song. He did a cover to the 112's Cupid song, right? So Cupid, the artist, Mr. Cupid Shuffle guy, Mr. Flex, you know what I'm saying? Mr. You got to pop that fan. You know what I'm saying? He made a cover to Cupid by 112, and I made a dance to it. and it's out there now. You can see that on YouTube, and the dance is on my Facebook page. And if you need it, you can inbox me. I'll email it to you. Inbox me, Jimmy, your email address, and I will send you the track. Um, but since it's a cover, and I guess he didn't pay 112 for that cover, it's not on any of the platforms. It's not on streaming platforms. But it is. He does have a track file on YouTube. So, but if you need the actual MP3, I'll send it to you. Just inbox me your email. All right. Teaching it Friday. You need that too. All right. Hit me up. But yeah, Cupid, baby. Cube. Hey, they got that little know your bounce on it. Like, y'all will be doing that at the beginner's ball. So get ready. Everybody know that. Teach your classes. Anybody coming with you to the beginner's ball, you better learn that Cupid dance. Better learn it. Hey, look, it's my event. I got the green light. You might hear that twice a night, every day. You know what I'm saying? We might start the party with it. We might end the party with it. So when you hear that song, you know everybody's. I'm gonna get my stuff together, man. It's the last dance, right? uh, but yeah, class is important, man. But it also, you got to decide what you want to do. What type of dancing do you want to do? Like me, every time I get back, people, how was the event? I have never been to a bad event. I haven't. I enjoy dance too much, right? When I say I enjoy dance, we talked about this last year. If you enjoy music, put fire emojis in the comment section right there. If you enjoy music, everybody put fire emojis in the comment section. I need all my music lovers to put fire emojis in the comment section right now. See, I can understand when I say I love dance. If you love music, if you are a music lover, like different types of music, you just love music, good music, give me fire emoji in the comment section. Now, Mickey, type the word fire. Okay, I see all these fire emojis coming in, YouTube, Facebook, fire emojis. Now, when you went to your favorite concert, your concert came to town, you went to the concert, you was not mad because Beyonce ain't call you up there and hand you the microphone. You was happy to be in a space and be around and being able to experience the good music. I love dance so much that I can dance, but I also can sit and watch dance. Like some of y'all never been to a Broadway show. Some of y'all never been to that. Some of y'all can't do that because y'all don't love dance like I think y'all love dance. You love to dance. You don't love dance. So I can be in a space, TCH, where I can dance some of the time and I can sit back and watch people dance all the time. I'm good with it. I'm never going to be that dude. They showcasing, they showing off. No, I understand the work, the hard work, the dedication, the hours of classes, virtual classes, online classes, in-class classes, YouTube videos that went into learning this stuff. So when I don't know a dance, I can get off the floor and sit back and have a good time watching y'all dance. That's why I'm such a great host. Because I can dance, I can call out the dances I know. If I don't know it, 9 times out of 10, I still know the name of the dancer who made the dance. So that's how much I'm into dance. I can be at an event and not dance and still have done my homework to have known enough about the dance to give it the love and recognition that it deserves. Right? I love music. But if DMX never handed me the microphone when I went to go see him Bro, I ain't like, bro, that song was whack, bro. I ain't get the rap, but bro, that shit was whack, bro. Like, no. And especially depending on who there. See, that's this thing about traveling, y'all don't know. Some of these, when we travel, some of these parties, you might know the dance, but it's somebody in this room that know the dance for real. And they about to go in on it, and I don't even want to do it now. I want to watch them do it. And we can name people for days and what dances they do to that. I'm telling y'all. And even if you don't travel, it might be somebody locally like that. Well, certain dance, you like, yeah, she about to go out here and kill this. That's her jump. But when you traveling, it's somebody or people that are like that for almost every dance. And if you really love something, you just want to be in the presence of it. You want to be around it. You just want to smell it. You just want to live it. You want to be in the presence of it. And so I've never been to a bad event, personally. Like, I know what people want, but personally, I've never been to a bad event. So I could say, yeah, that event probably wasn't successful because the people there didn't like it. But if I was there, I not 99 out of 99, 999 out of 1,000 times, I'm gonna have a good time. That's just what it is because I love it. I love music. Now think about it. If I love music, line dancing got some of the best music. It's so many songs that we would have never heard. It's so many mixes that we would have never got if it weren't for line dancing. Some of the skate community take our stuff and be skating to it now. Like the line dance music be crazy. The line dance community got some crazy. You know how many of y'all skipped that Usher song on that CD? Y'all didn't before So Su Sexy came out. Y'all won't play in that junk. Y'all skipped. Tell me y'all did not play that song on Usher CD. It didn't even make it on the radio. Everybody, the whole world missed that track. And it's so much music out here that we would never have heard if it weren't for line dance. So even if I don't know the dance, I'm still in there having a good time. So people ask me how was the event. Don't even ask me that no more. Don't ask me that. Asking you, ask other people. Some people that don't love dance or don't love music as much as I do, they will tell you. It's people out here that didn't get a T-shirt or their T-shirt was the wrong size or their name was wrong on a T-shirt. And because of that, it's the worst event ever. They just mad. It was so unorganized. What was unorganized? I got the wrong T-shirt? Oh, bruh. Bruh, listen. I got to UC one year. Me and my mom was table 52, I think, whatever the number was, 52. When we got there, number 52 didn't even exist. It wasn't even a table. Like it wasn't, it was like 100 some tables in there, but 52 didn't exist. It was like 49, 50, 51, 53, 54. It didn't even exist. Me and my mother who throw events that know how stuff happen, they know how stuff don't even be under your control. The hotel staff mess something up. I promise you, we ain't blink twice, sweat, get mad, nothing. We just stood around. The hotel staff eventually brought a table out there, put a tablecloth on it, put some chairs around it. So we sat down. Anybody else that would have, I told Mike, I was like, bro, that would have been, I was happy that it was us. Cause that would have happened to anybody else, it would have been the worst event. They ain't even had no table. Everybody else sitting there. Well, cause what happened is you feel embarrassed. Everybody else sitting down, and now you not. Now you feel like that you got singled out, that they intentionally didn't have your table. Don't nobody think that deep into this stuff. I promise y'all. Don't nobody think that deep into this. That's why the beginners ball is gonna be the way it's gonna be. Y'all ain't even got no table. Y'all got tables, but you ain't got no table that you own. Like there ain't no table numbers and you ain't assigned no table. I got more tables than there are people. Go sit your ass down. That's how we playing this game. If you want to sit with your people, you can find your table for your people. Cause I ain't even gonna do no exact tables per people. No, we got more tables than we got people. Just go sit your ass down. I don't get it. It's a line dancing event. We're gonna make sure line dancing be the main thing. We're gonna play all your favorite line dances. We're gonna play all that. We're gonna have plenty of chairs. I got more chairs than we got people. I got more tables than we got people. Except for y'all people that's about to buy this Friday ticket. Now I'm about to sell a Friday ticket, a Friday only ticket. If you buy a Friday only ticket for the beginners ball, none of them tables and none of them chairs is for your ass. You gotta bring your own goddamn chair. All right? That's how we rocking the Friday ticket. Hey mom, am I lying, mom? Mama, she on here. We ain't even had no table. If that would have been anybody else, if that would have been anybody else with no table number, at the, because you supposed to be bougie and eloquent and people. This the last time my group ever gonna be here. We would never be here. Blah blah blah. I'm telling y'all, that's the energy that most people would be on, and I would never. That wouldn't even cross my mind. I'm the kind of person that I'd be like, where the tables at? I'll roll my own table out. You ain't said nothing. Just tell me where the table's at. I'm him. And anybody know me, know I'm him. I will go back there and roll the damn table out. And get the cart and roll out them 10 chairs for our table and set it up. You ain't said nothing to me. And my mom will be right there with the damn tablecloth. Yeah, yeah. We different like that though. You know what I'm saying? We different like that. But people don't understand what goes into this stuff. Like nobody thought that deep that you ain't get a table. You know what I'm saying? Cause the funny part is I never be on here lying about nothing. This stuff be real stuff, bro. Like I can't make this up. People really be acting like this, Key, you the same way? Yeah, but like anybody about to get mad over this event was terrible. It was whack. Ended up, but Queen Sheila last event, rest in peace. I was like, bro, we got too many tables in here, not enough dance floor. I went over to Queen Sheila because people was gibbering. I went over to Queen Sheila. I was like, look, let me take them 3 tables out right there behind the back of the dance floor to make the dance floor that much bigger. Man, I went back there, Jones, stacked them chairs, moved them chairs out the way. 4 people wouldn't even got a chance for the dance to even turn around for them to see what I was doing. Folded them tables up, rolling them tables up out there. Man, the dance floor got way bigger. Everybody was dancing. Let's go. Come up with a solution. Make it move, make it shake. Stuff like that can't make it a bad event. So that's why I say I can't go to a bad event. Because the music always going to be musicking for me. And people always going to be dancing. Regardless. And I don't got to know it. I'm good. So, if you have more me at the event, you ain't got to worry about nobody complaining. The ego wants to be acknowledged. Correct. Correct. Bruh, like, what we doing? And that's I said, that's back on the onus of the people though. Stop going into the mindset of these events. Some of y'all go to events waiting for it to be bad. I told you we shouldn't have came to this thing, girl. Look at it. I knew it. I told y'all. While you waiting in line for registration, talk to people in the line. Meet somebody new. Where y'all from? Where we from? Oh yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. This what okay, I seen y'all videos. Okay, yeah, girl. I follow you. Oh, you ain't accept my friendship yet. Okay, here you go. Bloop, it's my name. But instead of doing that, y'all in registration line like, oh my, why the line so long? You knew it was 1,700 people gonna be here. You want your own private registration. we gonna have 1,700 helpers. Everybody responsible for registering one person. You're gonna be assigned one person. So you're gonna come in and find your one person just so you can get your own registration table and your own. We're gonna have 1,700 tables set up so you can get your own experience. Your own. No, you dumbass. No, with your dumb ass. There are plenty of intimate events you can go to. Stop coming to events ready to complain. Dang. Look at the plus side of it. Just pull up, have a good time. If it's something wrong, see how you can help change it. How can you affect it? Go to the manager. Hey man, can y'all cut the AC on here? It's crazy. You go to the person hosting the event, he DJing. Yeah, hey man, it's hot. This ain't his spot. The same effort it took you to go all around the party, to go up to the DJ booth and tell the DJ about the heat. You could have walked straight. You probably walk right past the manager. You go to the manager, tell him to cut it. Everybody can help influence any party, any situation to make it better. Bruh, shut up. Yeah, but that's how we get to where we get to. That's how things be great. That's how things get awesome. That's how events are cool. And a lot of times you people, complain about, a lot of the same people be at these events or whatever, the same, people, same team and all that. Because you got a lot of people that's moving and shaking and make it easy for you. People that just fill in, people just jump in and do what need to be done. Ain't gonna be too many asking questions and all that. Like, it ain't gonna be how many people gonna point at the water before the water disappear? Hey man, somebody spill some water right here. Which one of y'all go back and get the housekeeping person to come clean it up? For everybody just gonna point to it. Ain't nobody gonna put no napkin down, ain't nobody gonna try to get it up, ain't nobody gonna, bruh, ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point it's like, that's what make events better, when everybody just step in and help out, bro. Go back there in the room. Hey man, some spilled out here. Can y'all come get it? I ain't why. Why you gotta find me? Why you gotta? It's 100 people in here that threw in the event before. Act like it. Otherwise, we just gonna assume that you want this event to be unsuccessful. That's what we're gonna do. Y'all know me. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Hotel can't tell me we ain't got no more trash bags because y'all would DoorDash some trash bags. Like, I've DoorDash chairs to an event before in Atlanta. Oh, y'all ain't got no more chairs. Oh, they got a Five Below right down the street. I got 10 folding chairs, DoorDash to the goddamn event. Bro, like, that's just me though. Exactly. Then they get on Facebook and post about nobody cleaned up the water. Man, that water sat there for like 2 hours, bro. You let that water sit there for 2 hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It just, I think when people come to the event, I get that you paid money and I get that you want a certain experience. But I don't think people understand that when black people put on an event, they charge us more. The labor is more. They nickel and dime us. Every table, every chair. Food costs more per plate. They don't want to give us access to the resources we got. So we gotta come in with our own resources. All of these things. We're already dealing with too much. So to expect the same thing from other people who got, you go to a white event, they got Pepsi as a sponsor and Budweiser and all. They got Fortune 500 companies sponsoring their event, so they got more money and they can have more muscle to do these things and have the event. So when you going to these mama and papa events or mama and son events, me and my mama, bro, yeah, regardless of we got volunteers or not, to me, everybody kind of is extension of the event. For real, for real. If you really gonna be like, where's the pride in I'm coming to this black event put on by people in my community, my culture, and we gonna make this shit hot. We gonna make this shit hot. It's gonna pop. It's gonna be successful. And when people in the airport asking you where you going and what you when you put your chest out and say, I'm going to so and so event. And if you don't know these people, you need to get to know these people. Like that's the energy we need to be on. Like that's how I was in Houston. People, I'm at KB event, man. They doing it big over here. That's how I'm gonna talk about every event I'm going to. I'm in the airport talking to people that don't line dance about line dancing and about where I'm going to line dance at, as if it's mine, right? Because that's just the pride I have. Like when y'all about to have me getting emotional on this, John. Let me be quiet. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about the insurance. We gotta have insurance, but man. Mm. I think people don't understand. Like, I remember, because some of y'all got the benefit of the hard work all your OGs put in. We put the work in already. Y'all don't know how people ain't want nobody to do line dance. Everybody that you just started line dancing last year or two, restaurants are very accepting of line dancing. Everybody want line dancing. They want to do line dancing at 7-Eleven. Everybody, I remember when nobody wanted us to do that shit in their restaurants. Nobody wanted us to do that shit in their bars. Ain't nobody trying to cut no breaks, no discounts for you to do no line dancing. And now that it's popular and it's at a big scale and everybody see, yeah, I take pride in this shit. I want everything attached to line dance to look good. I want everybody to win. Because what people from the outside don't know how to differentiate what's what. So in their eyes, they'll see a video with your event, they'll be like, yeah, that's that shit Carlos be doing. So to me, your event is my event. Because everybody associate everything with what I do with what y'all do. Right? And so that's how it is. I gotta get you to win. I gotta get you to win. Yeah. And it make it easy when I go to a hotel and say, yeah, I'm about to do a line dancing event. And the more they know and the more positive reinforcement they know about line dancing, that's make it easier for us to get them contracts. Oh, y'all doing line dancing? Oh shit, yeah, bring that shit here. Yeah, bring that here. Cause what we used to get was line dancing. What's that? So you sure you can get this many rooms? You know how many times people ask me and my mama that? You sure you can get this many people to come and get this many rooms? Because we really don't give out that many room blocks normally. And we gotta tell them you ain't got enough rooms in here. But what we trying to do? We gotta cut it off because y'all ballroom ain't big enough. Y'all ain't got enough rooms in this hotel for what we trying to do, right? That's the part they don't see. Yeah. And that's why I can't be undervalued. A lot of people undervalue me. Don't see the value in me. They don't see the value of my name on the flyer. They don't see the value of having me in their presence. Cause you ain't no way, bro. Don't nobody do what I do. Don't nobody do what I do. Don't nobody bring what I bring. Not just people showing up. I'm talking about energy, effort, helpfulness. They don't. But what's up, Aaron? But when we all want to see everybody win, we all win in the long run. It makes it easier. It makes it easier. And make the main thing the main thing. I'll be getting stressed out over my event because so many people are so anxious over the non-line dance stuff. People don't be inboxing me talking about dances, songs. People worrying about t-shirts. I lost weight, I gained weight, my t-shirt size, what kind of food gonna be about. All ain't nothing to do with line dancing. Is you gonna be offering tours and blah 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 the city, blah. Bruh, make line dancing the main thing when you come. Everything else is icing on the cake at these events, right? Stressing people out for nothing. Stressing people out for nothing. I'm working on a beginner's ball and the museum at the same time today. And I had to take this podcast was my break. I gotta go back to it after this, right? But it's like, sheesh. I'll be stressing over the wrong things. Like it just hit me last week how many people was coming. I was like I had to visualize it like for a second, like, all right, hold on. So if a lot of people be complaining at an event with 200 people, how many people gonna be complaining at an event with 1,700 people or more? Because I'm about to sell these Friday tickets. But it's like, whew. Not to mention, I'm still a boyfriend, a dad, a son, a instructor. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a right? Everybody think they the only person in your inbox. Not to mention, I got 92, almost 93,000 followers that ask me questions, just random, regular stuff. Nothing to do related to like the events and nothing. They just line dance. What city you from? Where you at? What's the name of that dance? What's this going on? Blah blah. Send me the music for this. Blah blah blah. Ooh. Mm. Uh, just post yes on my last post. Miss Ross. I posted about it on my Facebook page. Just put put yes in the comments. All right. Before I go, make sure everybody go to cause I look online, you in Richmond, then you in Texas, then you in Florida. Hey man, we be in Detroit this weekend. Yeah. But oh, you say and boss. Yeah. And I'm a boss. But yeah, make sure y'all go to soullinedanceradio.com. download the app, Android and iPhone. It's on there. I gotta get to that. I gotta add some more music to it, and I gotta create the schedule, get it more a little polished, so you'll be able to see what DJs will be playing at what time and what sets will be coming on at what time during the week. So as you keep looking at the app and going through it, it's gonna change. It's gonna start being updated. I already put a couple of events on there. If you're interested in promoting your event on there, let me know. It will be a small cost to do that. And right now, the radio is commercial free. But we'll be adding commercials to the radio, but the commercials will only be at the top of the hour. So once the commercials end, it'll go for a whole hour straight without commercials. So it'll still be commercial free for the most part. But all the commercials will be promoting people's events and stuff they got going on, workshops, different part of the country. So right now, like I said, but the app will always be free. It's just for if you want to get paid ads on there, promotion, uh, that will be at a cost. And it's like I said, even with us just launching the website not too long ago and where we're at, let's see. Oops. Oops. We've had over 68,000 visitors on Soul Line Dancing page. I mean on the radio station. So you're gonna get plenty of people on there that's gonna be tuning in from throughout the day. And once I put I'm creating flyers now so I can promote it and post it throughout the day. Like tune in, DJ so and so's live, or tune in, this DJ mix is on, tune in, this mix is on, or tune in for this. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, make sure y'all get on that. Also, go to my YouTube page, The Line Dance Prince. Subscribe to the page. It is free to do so. And hit that notification bell every time I go live. It'll pop up on your phone, letting you know. And also, anytime we post anything about the cruise, the beginners ball, or when I go live about that, I will be going live about that. Hopefully the beginning of next week or by the end of this week. Got 2 more things to lock in. Now we'll be doing a whole beginners ball podcast just for the beginners ball, talking about it from top to bottom, Thursday to Sunday, dress code, itinerary, times, what to expect, what not to expect, what to be excited for, things to look out for, all of that. You know I'm very transparent. I do more than enough due diligence, more than enough homework. I will end up doing videos about transportation and all that stuff, but it's coming. We are 5 weeks away from the beginners ball, 1 month and 1 week. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited. It's your boy Carlos, the Line Dance Prince, and we are coming up on 2 hours. 2 hours. We got 757 dancing at the Rhythm Room. It is ridiculously warm today, so there is a high percentage that there will be an after party in the parking garage after the event tonight because it is nice outside. Registration is still open for the beginners, for the cruise. 2027, next August, we are going to be doing the whole damn ship part 2. If you're not on the ship right now, we're getting close to 2,000 people. Get on the ship. Registration, your deposit is only $150, and you'll be paying on it through next year. So you got all this year to pay on it, summer next year to pay on it. Just get your money in. $150. The earlier you get your deposit in, the lower your payments are going to be. If you wait till the last minute, your payment's going to be highly monthly. You get your payments in now, you're going to get a low monthly payment, something affordable, and it's like a vacation layaway. And you're going to be with 3,000 of your line dance cousins. All right, so get on that. www.theLineDancingGroovyCruise.com. Go to my page, you can find a link, or inbox me and say, Carlos, I need that cruise info. And I'll get to you whenever I get to you. But in the meantime, in between time, www.theLineDanceAndGroovyCruise.com. Register, get your deposits on. We got all your favorite social media influencers on there, all your favorite line dance instructors, all your favorite choreographers. They all going. Get on that jump. We added 2 more DJs. We got 14 DJs this year. We bring it back to the Motown group. Um, um, Back in the Day. The name is called Back in the Day. We're bringing them back. We got 2 new comics for y'all, new comedians to do comedy show. We're gonna have a good time. Turn up. We still doing Chicago stepping and ballroom dancing in it on the ship. All of these things that people love. The casino. Remember, we're gonna have our own private beach, our own beach party when we get to the island. Then we're also visiting Carnival's brand new island, Celebration Key. So everybody say, I'm tired of going to Nassau. We ain't going to Nassau. We going to something new, brand new. So all of that stuff, I'm tired of going this, tired of going that. Y'all go to the same other events every year and try to hear that shit. Pull up, have a good time. The biggest, the baddest, the funnest. Pull up with us, man. It's your boy Carlos the Line Dance Prince. I'm out here. I love y'all. Remember, I'm just talking. I'm talking because I love you, not because there's hate.